Hey, did you bring that girl out there with you to Joe Rogan, or you found her at the restaurant?
Bro, I don't know what you're talking about.
What? What's wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, let's move on then. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about you being at dinner with 3 girls? I won't bring it up that you're at dinner with 3 smoking hot chicks. They were all 10 out of 10s. I was surprised you still had it in you the way you were spitting game. You had the grill in. You look like Mike Jones.
You had a grilling?
Can you paint a picture for us, Rampage?
Yeah, paint a picture.
Are we the white girls? Are we Asian? Are we mixed?
What do you think? They were straight. What do you think? They were the ring girls from Pride.
Texas,
they were the ring girls from Pride.
You brought them back?
No, he's
You brought him back from Japan?
He's full of shit.
Am I lying?
I went out there with one of my homegirls, and I met up with Congo, and she had a friend, so I tricked Congo to going on a blind date. And it was dark in there, so the girl was asking Congo to smile so she could see him.
Is that why you wore the shiny silver grill?
Oh, hey, you can see me at nighttime. Ain't that dark. Man, let's talk about the fights, man. Come on.
Here we go. Michael Venom Page.
So UFC 303 recap. Once again, we have the unofficial co-host, TJ Dillashaw, always comes in for the recaps. We have Luke Rockhold back on the 1s and 2s, straight back from Dubai, but going to Turkey. And we have Rampage JAXXON, the co-host, back from Joe Rogan. Amazing. Yo, congratulations. First time being on Joe Rogan?
Yeah. It was great, man.
That's the most listened to man in the world.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. It was really good. It's a great experience. I was really happy to be there.
I think one thing, all seriousness, you should have been on that show 20 years ago as an icon in MMA. So it's exciting to see Joe have that show. That's the most listened to man in the world. So it's exciting.
I think the timing was right. 20 years ago, I didn't have nothing to, talk about or promote.
Besides a pride belt.
The baddest man ever.
Yeah.
He's like just howling at the fucking moon and winning world titles. You could have talked about that.
No, but I heard when people go on Joe Rogan, like it changes, like they have business or something, it changes them. So
yeah, if it's a legit business, if you're doing legit stuff, yeah.
I think F3 is legit.
Yeah, we saw you tag F3. I didn't see no Jackson tagging that.
Are you mixing that in the beverage?
Listen, we got Ian Garry versus Michael Venom Page. Ian Garry versus Michael Venom Page. Listen, Michael Venom Page versus Ian Garry.
He let me down a little bit.
Rampage wanted Ian Garry to win?
No, time out. When did Dr. Dre become a referee?
Oh my God, dude. That's Herb Dean, brother.
That wasn't Herb Dean.
That wasn't Herb Dean?
That wasn't Herb Dean.
Who is that?
That's Dr. Dre.
No, that was Herb Dean.
No, Herb Dean's, that guy was bald.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Look,
okay.
Watch. Look, that is not Herb Dean. That's Dr. Dre.
I don't remember his name, dude. He's been around for a while.
All right, Luke, start us from the top. Ian Garry, Michael Venom Page. You had a lot to say while this fight was going on.
Yeah, we didn't watch it together, but it was. Look at the speed factor was obviously is very relevant here. Michael Venom Page is just too quick. Ian Garry said he was going to be faster, but he didn't really do much on the feet.
He looked scared. He looked like he was worried about it.
Going into this fight, did you guys think that Ian Garry was going to be able to do what he did, or
no?
Do you think the fight was going to go the way it went?
No,
I don't know what he did, but I mean, he definitely showed some grappling and exposed a different side. I've seen Michael Venom Page go against like Logan Storley, and he had good wrestling defense. Obviously, all fights stylistically are different, but he's not that easy.
I think
Ian Garry showed it.
I think Ian Garry just showed that he's a smart fighter. I think that's the only thing he showed. He's undefeated, right? So when you're an undefeated fighter, you know what I'm saying, you really going to work harder to keep that O, right?
I mean, I didn't watch this whole fight. I watched the first round, and him catching that kick right there won him the whole round because Michael Venom Page could not get back to his feet. He puts in that body triangle on his back and was very close to finishing him in a rear naked choke in that first round. But it wasn't like he was trying to catch that kick. He was actually coming in for a jab, and the kick came over his right hand and just like accidentally caught it. Won him the whole round. Other than that, I didn't really watch much of the fight, so I'm going to have to lean on you guys for the rest of the fight, how it went down. But it sounds like it was kind of a snooze fest.
The second round was great, obviously, because it was just the striking element for Venom Page. But
what's our opinion of Michael Venom Page as a team? Because Rampage, I know you like him. You kept texting me. You didn't want to come to dinner because you wanted to watch him fight.
Yeah. I wanted to watch the fight, and I had something to do, and I was even late I missed this fight actually. You know what I'm saying? Where I got to go watch it, I was late. But I'm a fan of Michael Venom Page. He's a entertaining fighter, and you guys know I like that. I like the entertaining aspect of MMA.
I mean, I'd say he's an entertaining like athlete. I wouldn't say his fighting skills are entertaining for the most part. It's kind of like touch karate, right? Like I like he's a very good athlete and he's very good, but it's not like
but he make the fight entertaining to watch. That's what I say. I think he's entertaining to watch.
I'll tell you what. Ian Garry did show he had a good chin. I mean, he got hit with some big shots. Michael Venom Page hits hard, and he hit him. He throws some really awkward angles. You don't know where he's coming from, and he came in and lit him on the chin quite a few times.
I missed that. I didn't know. I was just really hoping he
That
would
was the
knock
second round, yeah.
Yeah,
I was hoping he would knock them out, though. You guys know I don't like Ian McGarry that much. You know?
But besides you and Ian McGarry, or you and Ian Garry's troubles, do we think Ian Garry has the potential to be a world champion fighter in the UFC?
Who's champion in his weight class right now?
What weight class is he in?
What weight class is he in?
He would have to
That's
fight.
70?
He's in welterweight, right? So he would have to fight
It's
Leon.
Leon Edwards
Edwards.
or
Bilal Muhammad.
I don't think he beats either of those guys.
No, yeah,
No?
right. Yeah, no.
Does Ian Garry have the star power that UFC is kind of pushing him to be?
No, nobody likes him.
If yeah, I mean, but that's also a star, right? Even if you don't like someone, you're gonna watch him fight. I mean, like
Jake Paul.
Chael Sonnen did a great job at that when he was fighting too, right? So, and I don't think he's doing it all on purpose. Like even him, like trying to make these claims that Michael Venom Page was trying to pay for information in his fight camp.
Oh,
And
we
he
got to
said-
talk about
And
that.
he says that he's got like proof or some bullshit. It's like if you have proof, then fucking prove it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
did he show the receipts?
No, fuck
No, but explain what happened for the audience.
I just have seen shit on social media that supposedly from some of his interviews is that Michael Venom Page is trying to like pay some of his coaches for information or some bullshit. I don't know. And he says that he has proof, but then if you have proof, why have you not released it?
I don't think Michael Venom Page was worried about Ian Garry like that.
Yeah, Ian Garry said that the Shoot the Box team was very honorable, and thank the Lord how strong they are as people because they wouldn't sell his information. I saw the interview.
I mean, let's calm down on that. Ian Garry has jumped from team to team and coach to coach, and he's talking about the brotherhood of the Brazilians. Let's just slow down. Let's slow down there.
Luke, is that a sore subject
I mean,
or
no,
something?
I'm just saying, like you just like you jump in a lot of teams, and you can't say like, oh my god, it's such a tight brotherhood. It's a brand new team, dog.
I don't know why he's training with Shoot Box anyway.
Shoot the box.
I don't understand. I don't see him fitting in with their style.
He
I mean,
he had
what-
some controversial things to say when he was out at Kill Cliff, and they didn't want him back.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of Kill Cliff?
I mean, he shot himself in the foot a few times, from what I understand.
He seemed like that type of guy that just says stupid shit and piss people off. That's
All
what
the time.
That's what he did.
Seems
to
like
me.
all the time.
That's
Yeah,
what he
it's
did to
like-
me.
I mean, that's another thing. Like you're talking about the loyalty over there when you lost loyalty with Kill Cliff.
But like what happened? He was talking loud to the trainers or the fighters?
I'm not gonna like get too into it, but I think it was during the Vicente Luque fight.
Oh, got it.
Build up. There was something going on inside and outside and all.
It's interesting though because I mean Luke brings up a good point. This guy's jumped team to team. I mean, like TJ, how important is it to have a foundational coach? I've always heard you talk about,
Especially early on in your career. It's not like you won the title, lost, and there's egos and things play in. Then you can change teams, but on certain levels. But he's jumping at a very early stage, and he's always training in different areas. Like he's moving all over the place constantly.
Yeah, I don't find it that it's a very individualized sport, right? So from jumping team to team, it's not like I don't think that's should be as frowned upon because you got to learn so much from so many different people. I've prided myself on learning from a lot of people, a lot of coaches. I've always searched for the best coaches in the world, went to them and tried to learn from them, no matter who they were. I was fortunate enough to find Dwayne Ludwig, or Dwayne Ludwig came to Alpha Male, and I knew that me and him clicked from day one. And so I was going to follow him around and train with him and him to get me to the best and the top. But if you haven't found that, then you should travel to find it. And you should put yourself in the way to grow, in my personal opinion, to be the best athlete, no matter what sport you're doing, is putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. And when I travel to another team and go do sparring, that's uncomfortable. You're putting yourself in a position to where like you're putting everything on the line. Or if you're going to learn a new form of martial art, that's an uncomfortable situation. You know why I moved back down to Orange County is like working out with Sam Calvita is like, I hated going into the garage because I knew it was going to be such a hard workout, but I knew that I was going to get better from it. And it was a very uncomfortable feeling, but I knew that was going to push me even further to the top.
Practice discomfort. That's life.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ian McGarry does have a chin. I saw he just took.
I love you call him McGarry.
Why do you keep calling him that?
It's good. That's his name now.
Yeah.
Ian McGarry.
Ian McGarry because his last name is Machado, ain't it? and Garry.
It is Machado.
So you put it together.
I like it.
Ian McGarry.
Michael Venom Page, TJ, can you break down his style? What do you think he did wrong? What do you think he could have done better?
I didn't watch the whole fight, so I don't really know. His style is like, see how he's completely sideways. He's in and out. He's touching you. He's not going to be a guy that's going to be brawling with you. He's very hard to figure out. So props to Ian Garry for winning the fight. It sounded like it was a close fight.
See that
Caught
shot?
with the right
Big
hand
shot,
right there.
like right off the chin too. Is on.
Yeah, but one thing is like he's darting in with it. It's not like his feet are really set with lots of power. He's connecting nice, but it's not like he's got tons of power with it, you know?
He's knocked a lot of guys.
Yeah.
No doubt. But,
He's done boxing before too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sleeps
Did
guys.
he do bare knuckle, yeah?
Oh,
He did.
yeah,
He
yeah.
fought Mike Perry before I fought him.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
He had a good fight. Mike just never quits.
Like I feel like that's the kind of style you got to fight him with is like tons of pressure in his face. Right? Playing this distance game is kind of dangerous.
But some people were saying the age played a part in this fight because he's like 10 years older than Ian McGarry.
I don't think it was age. I think it was lack of preparation, really. If you see him when he fights wrestlers, he fights accordingly. Like I think with Ian, he might have thought this would be more of a striking match. But I mean, obviously you see with Ian, he's got Damian Maia in his corner and all these Brazilians. He's pretty dead set focused on grappling and not trying to play the striking game like he claimed.
From a spectator, you know, from a fan, obviously I'm not a fighter at your guys' caliber or style.
That was did he land that?
Is this the third round?
No, I think he missed it.
this is the third round. But it seems
Yeah,
like
I mean-
Michael Venom Page has.
Page won the second round for sure, right? And
Yeah.
so, Garry won the first round because he's on his back the entire round. So this is the third round. I didn't watch this round.
He's
so.
winning the third, but then he gets taken down
Oh.
later.
But it just seems like Michael Venom Page has a lot of confidence. Seems like he walks into these fights like he's not really worried. It's more of like the show-esque feel. Is that
It's experience.
Is that what it is? Experience?
Yeah, just experience and being put in those situations.
Hey, what's the advantage of having that triangle lock in your guard?
It's
I
nothing.
mean,
Absolutely
so it can
nothing.
control the guy's posture, so he can't posture up and lay bombs like you used to do in your ground and pound. So if you got someone that's like you on top, you can control it. But the disadvantage is that you're stuck on your back.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere if you have a body triangle from bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's complete
I've never
nonsense.
seen- yeah,
It's,
I've never seen
it's an
anybody do it.
absolute nonsense
It's
position.
So
stupid.
what do you do from a position
Put
like
your
this?
feet on his hips
Let-
and push his head down and scramble and get back to your feet.
But what do you do if somebody does have you in a body triangle and you in their
Fucking
guard?
stay
Posture up-
active.
posture up and reign.
Stay active and win. You're on fucking top. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
just go for body. I think I go for body shots.
What you
more.
do? What you
Yeah.
do right
Elbow-
here? What you do right here? If you're Michael Venom Page, you grab his head, you can't open him, you flip him around, and you turn him into the cage, and you just stack him in the cage.
someone like
and then
you
he has nothing to do.
Yeah, but someone like you can opener because like you're gonna be a better jiu-jitsu artist. Like him, if he goes for that
Yeah.
can opener, he can get armbarred pretty easy.
Yeah, I would elbow those thighs right there. That hurts. That
you
shit
just
hurts.
gotta stay tight and you just gotta turn him around, man. It's like that position's such a dead position. So if you can,
He shouldn't have let him up. He should have stayed on him.
Yeah.
He would have won the fight if he would have just stayed on him because
Yeah.
Garry wasn't trying to get up. He
Yeah.
would have just stayed on him.
Yeah, it's now he loses
Yeah, if
a
he
takedown to position. Like he's winning this round. In the
if he would have stayed on top, he would have won the fight.
He probably thought he had more chance of standing up with him.
But why? You're winning.
He didn't look comfortable. He didn't look comfortable on his
Yeah.
even down there, but.
I mean, the guy's got a body triangle. He's not going to do shit with the body triangle. It's not like he's going to move his hips and throw up arm bars or triangles or nothing, to be honest. Like a body triangle is a stall move.
Oh man.
Yeah, he gets second down.
But are you stalling to what? Try to get positioning, try to get your energy back, try to like not just get killed.
Just not get beat up.
So how do you win a round by stalling like that then?
You don't.
So how do you win this round?
Well, he gets back on top. So
Just
he
from
takes the
taking
guy.
the
So
back.
now he's on the back. So it's more threatening of a position, right? To where when you're in someone's guard and you're not doing a lot of damage, there's not many points scored. But now that he's on someone's back, it's more of a threatening position and it weighs more out in the scorecards of the judges. He's going for a submission. Venom Page was not when he was in guard. If he would have just stayed in guard and kept like scoring little points, he would have won the fight.
You got to give it to Ian because he just came forward in the third round when you knew it was close and he knew he was down. He pressured forward. He put himself in the fire and he got a takedown at least. You know, it's like Michael Venom Page is not easy to come.
Why is he
off.
picking his boogers though while he's on his back? Like that's gross.
Maybe he couldn't breathe.
But yeah, he's picking. Ian McGarry's picking MVP's boogers.
Oh, maybe trying to do that, like lift up the nose to get an arm
okay.
under for the
Okay,
choke,
yeah.
you know?
That makes sense.
Yeah, like we went through a lot of the discussion comments on the JAXXON podcast, and a lot of people are like, "How are they judging the round based off, not too much action? Like, how does a
positioning,
positioning?
I mean, like I said, Venom Page was in his guard. He's staying active, right? And he is winning in that position. But if you went time for time and Garry's on your back compared to in the guard, you win the round.
It's a 2-1 round.
Yeah.
What do you think is next for MVP now that he lost to Ian McGarry?
I mean, I think he's fine. I think he's right there, still at the top. I think he just showed a little small.
Garry should have grabbed his foot right here and could have like spladled his ass. You know what I mean? Like
he's not an experienced grappler though. You can tell by the way he goes about his business. Well,
he could have spladled.
You don't think he's a black belt?
No, he's not a black belt. I know that for sure. But I mean, the way he does a body triangle on bottom, like black belts.
I'm not a black belt.
A real black belt don't do that.
But you would have done it, right?
What are you talking about? You're not a black belt.
I'm not a black belt.
How's that possible?
I'm only a purple belt.
No, stop.
I've only rolled gi jiu-jitsu so much. You're not going to get promoted by just rolling no gi.
Will you go for your black belt one day?
If I can, I hope I can.
You look healing up really good. I think you'll be back in there. Oh shit!
I can't even raise my arm up in the air yet.
I take that back. I take that.
I don't even know if my shoulder's ever going to be the same, man. Like it's fucking depressing.
Think positive.
Positive. I mean, that's kind of. I mean, as a competitor, you have to be delusionally optimistic. But that's also what got me in this position too.
From the surgery, right? I don't know.
It's just gotten worse and worse from each surgery. I had a massive surgery. I went to the world's best shoulder specialist, and it's like he's never seen anything like it. It looked like a bomb went off in there, and he removed my lower trap, put it in my shoulder, like removed a piece of my lower trap and replaced 2 of my rotator cuffs with it. He removed a piece of my lat, replaced my front rotator cuff with it. I had a cadaver bone graft in there. So there's a lot of healing to be done, and I'm hoping that maybe it's just like me staying after my PT is going to make it better and better and better. But this is my 3rd surgery since my last fight, and it's not looking good. I just had an MRI done on Saturday, so I'll probably figure out next week what that fucking looks like.
What's about rehab, Dave? Rehabbing it and making it move?
I mean, I'm doing it every day, dude. I'm in my hotel room doing my rehab.
Oh, you do it yourself?
I do it with a physical therapist as well too. But you go to physical therapy twice a week, and I got to do that shit every day. I got to like try to get my external rotation back as much as I possibly can. Like, it's depressing, man.
Yeah,
Going from like being a professional athlete to having one arm, it's a tough pill to swallow. Luckily, I've been staying busy. I don't need 2 arms to sell protein, dog. You know what I mean? I'm creating some of the best products on the market right now, man. These are the best protein. They taste the best. They work the best.
The only problem is you got an energy drink too, and you got to get up both ways.
Oh, sorry. So this one's not as high. Like I gotta lean.
You got to do the lean back with it.
Yeah.
Listen, in the woman bantamweight, we have Rampage. I'm gonna let you do the names because I know everybody was excited to hear you say these names.
We got Macy Chisan versus Myro Bueno Silva.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Hey, you're getting better.
This is that drink, bro. I told you.
Wow.
I told you that wild society, dog.
So I say her name right, Macy Chisan.
Yeah, she looked like a
So this was a unique fight because everybody saw the blood, everybody saw the gash, but one thing that I thought was crazy is when she ran up to Dana White and he's like, "Yo, dude, I'll talk to you after the fight or something." I want to definitely talk about Dana White talking to fighters after fight. I think that's becoming a huge thing now. UFC is going to have to figure that one out. Seems like every time someone wins, loses, does anything, they like run out the ring, run out the cage to go talk to him. It's interesting.
It's not him, it's Donald Trump. Hey, if Donald Trump's in the building, people are jumping the cage.
Yeah. I'd do that. I'd get a selfie with Donald Trump. If he was
you
there.
would?
Yeah.
If you won a fight, you'd run out the cage?
I'd never done it. I never.
Can you climb the cage?
That's fucked up.
Oh, can you climb the cage, TJ?
Right now, I still could, dude.
Thank you.
I'll race you.
Wait, so what were you saying? Like he can't climb the cage?
I don't know.
All right, well, come on. When I was in the UFC,
you guys need to calm down this little energy battle.
Well, I just want to know, can you climb a cage?
Yeah, my fat ass can still climb them. I'm from the hood. I had to climb plenty of cages, plenty of fences.
Plenty of fences.
TJ, do you not think he could?
I don't know. It's just an honest question.
Bro, I've lost 30 pounds this year. I can climb a cage.
I don't think it has anything to with weight. I think he's talking about, do you have the mindset and the physical ability to do it as an
I don't
athlete?
think you would do it though.
No,
you ain't that personality.
No, I never.
You wouldn't climb no cage.
No, I never did. Because
I never have either.
I think after my fight, everybody have their own little celebrations. So if I finish somebody, normally I howl and I'm happy, and then that's it. Then I'm good. I don't fight for fame or glory or anything like that. So I feel like you climb the cage and show, that's good for other people. That's not why I do it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't ever do it. But if Donald Trump was out there, I got, hey, let me get a selfie, dog.
Hell yeah.
With a president, any president, I want a picture with them. Except for Biden, I don't want a picture with that motherfucker.
This fight's brutal, man. I mean, these girls are going at it right now, honestly.
Yeah.
What's her name? What's her name's getting after Maria Bueno?
She got the Superman punch to the combo. I like that.
I like when she throws up her knee every time she throws it right. It's kind of cool. Because it's not like an actual Superman punch, but I see where you're going.
Yeah. I like when people do the Superman punch to a kick. That's a good combo.
You ever done a Superman punch in real life?
In sparring, I've done it. I've never done it in a fight.
Against who?
Whoever. I sparred people before I've done a Superman punch.
Well, the thing about a Superman punch is like he's not much of a kicker in his fights,
That,
right?
so that was it right there. That's that elbow.
A Superman punch is like a fake kick punch, right? So if you're not throwing kicks, why throw a Superman punch? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I do kicks in sparring though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing it in fights.
What were you
I
pointing
seen
out,
you
Luke?
in wrestling doing some kicks, dog. To the head. Head kicks. You know what I mean? While the guy was down, you
stuffed a
stomped
mud hole
him.
in that
Yeah, that shit was
motherfucker.
sick.
Oh, we're going to react to your fight in Japan after this. But Luke, what were you pointing out?
The elbow.
Elbow.
What, is that what cut her open?
I think that was the big discussion
gash?
was her gash, right? When she ran up to Dana.
Yeah, good left
she hit her
elbow.
with like a clean little elbow.
That was a really bad cut.
Jesus.
I see why they stopped that fight.
Yeah, it's right there. It's already gushing down the
Oh,
side.
it got stopped from a cut?
Yeah.
I missed this whole fight.
Yeah, this was a good fight. It was working out to be a good fight. It was exciting. Like most of the card was boring, I'm not gonna lie, but I was into this fight.
Jesus, look at her side of her head. There's
Yeah, it
blood
was-
everywhere.
Immediately opened up.
Hey, but you know the fucked up thing though? When what's the girl name on top? Macy? When she elbowed her and cut her
Again.
open, you gotta go and look at her face. She knew what the fuck she was doing. She smiled when she cut her open.
But I mean, isn't that part of the fight game? You throw an elbow, someone gets cut. I mean, what? I mean,
Yeah, hell
TJ,
yeah.
what do you think?
I mean, if you cut someone open, you're pumped on it.
Yeah, what do you mean? What's she supposed to do? Be mad at Rampage?
No, I just think, I'm a little bit different. I don't want to make nobody bleed. I'm a germ freak. I don't want the blood all over me. I'm sorry. I don't want to make nobody bleed.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I don't want.
You were like licking homeboy's blood, dog.
Hey, it's my blood.
Oh, okay, yeah, you do have a
Take
point
it
there.
easy.
I don't want somebody's blood all over me.
I mean, dude, the whole point of throwing an elbow is to cut him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but you can knock people out with elbows.
you definitely can, but like if you, hopefully you're cutting someone. At the same
Yeah,
time,
I don't know if you guys know this, but in my fights, I barely elbowed people to the face. Barely.
Did you know how to throw elbows?
Yeah,
in?
I know how to throw
I barely
elbows.
have either.
Yeah, I throw elbows to the body. I'm the first one to start throwing elbows to the body in Pride because we couldn't elbow to the face.
No way.
Yeah, and then I saw Randy Couture stealing my body elbows, like because I know he was watching Pride. In his next fight, I saw him elbowing people in the body. I was like,
Body elbows is
It's crazy to me that you can throw soccer kicks to the head, but you can't throw. I know obviously it's for the cuts,
It's
right?
for
But
the
you
cuts.
you can't throw. But it's like
they didn't want you.
it's not like you're in a tournament.
Yeah, but they didn't. Sometimes they do have tournaments there.
Yeah, but they're not like fight after fight after fight in the same day.
yeah, we had two in the same day.
Oh, really?
sometimes.
Back in the Pride days
I
too,
fought
yeah?
Chuck Liddell and Vanderlei Silva the same night.
Oh man.
Yeah, they don't want cuts. I didn't want to cut people.
Is
Look
there
at this
multiple
cut.
cuts?
Speaking of cuts, look at this cut.
God, that's a good one.
Look at this cut.
I thought it was gonna be a no contest, but it's a win for the other girl that cut you. You can get a win just by cutting somebody. Oh, I throw one elbow, cut you, I win the fight.
What is this girl doing? She was
Especially
trying
when
to
he gets
dance.
stopped by the doctor too. That does suck, right?
Yeah.
It's like I can fucking see just fine. Let me fight. Like, dude, my fight against Sandhagen when I got this one split open here, like I couldn't see shit. They were like having me hold. I couldn't see anything, but I was like, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Like I'm so surprised they did not stop that fight. Obviously pumped they didn't because
Yeah.
I had to go and get that win, but it was gnarly.
What about this? The celebration after the fight. We saw a lot of comments saying that was unneeded because of the
Right.
stoppage.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
You-
that's true or no?
Well,
I don't know. I'm not a fighter. Look at, and then also I want to talk about this, but Rampage, continue. What are you saying?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The girl.
Look at my guy Pete Berger just sitting there just filming.
Rampage, go ahead.
So look, so Macy, I feel like she was probably worried that she probably wasn't going to end up winning that fight because this girl right here is tough, right? So when she cut her open, you see a little smirk. She knew it. She smiled, a little smirk on her face. She knew she could win that fight by that cut, which is okay.
so
but-
she should be like, damn it, I'm gonna win.
no, I'm not saying it.
Man,
But look
fuck,
at-
I cut her. I should be pissed
okay,
about this.
but would you
Like,
celebrate? Would you celebrate?
Fuck yeah,
on a cage
every win.
If you cut somebody,
I
you
never
won?
got on the cage before, but I'll celebrate every fucking
Can
win.
you get up on the cage?
Yeah, dog.
Wait,
Hell
look,
yeah.
what
Even
were
with
we
one
saying?
arm, I could do it. Just like,
What were you saying about Dana White when she ran up to Dana White?
No, it's my boy Pete Berger was just sitting there next to Dana.
Who's your boy, Pete
immediately,
Berger?
Immediately grabs the phone. He's just zooming in on her cut, just like, hey, like the director he is.
Look at her
Oh,
face.
you're talking about
Look
the
at her face.
director?
Look at
Yeah,
her
he's
face.
a legend.
Look at her face. That she cut her though. I'm sorry. Look at that. Look at that smile. I just
Yeah,
don't
you
like
should
it.
be happy.
Oh,
Why?
Rampage, you're
Because
right.
you're
That's
about
a
to-
wicked smile.
Because you're about to
Hey,
win, dog.
I'm getting
Why would
happy.
you not be happy? Yeah.
That make me a little hard. I'm not gonna lie if I hit that thing.
I'll dig my finger in it a little bit.
I don't
You
think
would
you
finger
want.
fuck her cut.
Oh
I might even leg it.
Oh my.
You guys.
I might try to get
I'm
two.
ashamed.
Hey,
I'm
might
ashamed. Look
try
at
to get
that
two.
cut. You're gonna be happy. She's gonna be
Hey,
scarred
I'll
for
be
life.
pumped.
Bro, I'm
You
putting
scarred that girl for
I'm not
life.
a
That
girl.
Well,
Rampage.
right now you are.
I'm trying to get 2, maybe 3 fingers in that thing.
Oh my God. He is a sick
I'll
puppy.
fist it.
No, bro, I'm opening that thing up as wide as possible.
You guys are heartless.
You're telling me straight up, no joking aside, you cut someone in the middle of a fight. So you're fighting.
You're fighting
and
for a world
Forrest
title.
Griffin's on the floor, and you cut him in the
Belt
face, and
on the line.
he's bleeding everywhere. You're gonna be mad.
Belt's on the
You're
line.
gonna be happy.
Vanderlei
No,
Silva is
I'm-
on the ground
Jon
for a
Jones is
belt,
cut
and you elbow him
underneath
through
your
his
neck.
face.
You're gonna be mad?
Yeah.
No, my God.
He's a lying
You're
piece of
a
shit.
liar.
I'm not gonna be, listen. I'm not gonna be mad, but I'm not gonna be like. I'm not gonna be smiling like, yeah.
Yes,
I
you
just
are.
wanna-
You get happy when the pizza's hot when we order it. You're gonna be real happy
What
with
the fuck I gotta do about it with a fucking cut?
You get happy over dumb things.
No, I want to win a fight.
Hey,
because
we got
I'm
a
better
funnel cake
fighter.
machine today. He starts freaking out, jumping up and down.
No, I want to win a fight because I was a better fighter that night, not because I landed a elbow that cut you.
I can't buy this from you. Now all of a sudden you're like a poetic martial artist.
No,
who wants
I've
to
always
win
been that
because
way.
of discipline.
I've always been that way. I want to be a better fighter. That's why I never cheat in my fights. I never do anything dirty. I never done anything.
You don't
dirty.
kick people, no oblique kicks.
No, you don't do that shit. I never kick people in the nuts.
Listen.
The only time I kick people in the nuts is they kick me in the nuts first.
You come back.
Oh my
That's
God.
great.
Even in the
great.
playing field, fuck it.
That's great.
You've done that?
Yeah, I've done it.
You got kicked in the nuts, you kicked him back in the
Fuck
nuts.
Who's
yeah.
you kicking the nuts?
I don't remember.
Dong Suk Young.
Well, we saw Luke lick blood off Prochazka and get excited. So who knows what Luke's into? All right, listen, light heavyweight. We got Anthony Smith and we got Roman the Destroyer over here, dude.
Oh, man.
This is a unique fight because I feel like Anthony Smith had to step in, then he had to step in for someone, and then a step in. This was an ultimate step in, step up.
So wait, they didn't get full camps?
Well, he stepped in for someone to step out for someone to step back in.
Oh, that's right. I saw this fight. Anthony Smith looked like he was gassed. He's
Yeah,
like he
Yeah,
was
he was
tired.
breathing out of his mouth the first round.
This was a triple step up.
Somebody lost. Like, who is Roman supposed to fight? He's supposed to fight someone in middleweight, right?
Well, I think and I think Jamal Hill was supposed to be in this
I
fight,
was wondering why
That's
Smith got so
right.
tired.
and then he stepped out, and then someone stepped in for him, and then someone stepped in for.
Because Anthony took it on a week's notice, I believe.
What happened with Jamal
Gotcha,
Hill?
that makes more
I was
sense.
looking forward to seeing him fight again to redeem himself.
I don't know how did he get hurt with a surgery? Does anybody know? Let me find out.
Man, so Anthony Smith's been talking a bunch of crap about Pereira, right?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
He just is trying to bag on him not having wrestling and that he's like a champion that's got some holes in his game, this and that. It's like, bro, if Anthony Smith had half the eyes that Pereira did, he would have knocked Homeboy out. Who's the other guy's? What's the other guy's name? I haven't watched him fight.
Roman.
Roman
He would have knocked Roman out in the first round. Watch Roman. Every time Anthony Smith throws a feint, throws a punch, or even when Roman throws his own jab, look how much he dips his head to the right.
Yeah, Roman's-
If he would have just done a switch kick, just like Pereira does in the main event, he would have knocked him out easily. Like if you throw a right hand, left kick, boom, knockout. See where his head dips?
Yeah, no, he's
Every
bad.
time. Every time his head dips to the fucking right, you throw your own right hand, follow it up with a left kick, or throw like in the BMT system, you flick a jab, get him to slip it, and you throw a switch kick at the same time. Fight's over, dude.
I feel like Anthony Smith was the whole time he was more focused on I'm not going to gas out. I'm not going to gas out because it seemed like he was holding back a lot. He could have done more.
I don't know. This guy
Look,
looks
every time he throws
he's
a
trying to
punch.
knock this guy out. The guy is he's not has any confidence in his stand up.
Every time he throws a punch, he dips his head to the right. I would have knocked this guy out right away. Watch,
Let's
ready?
see.
He's gonna throw his own jab. He'll dip his head off to the right. It's a punch is thrown at him. His head dips to the right. His hands in his pocket. It's like head kick all day long.
Or even leg kick. If you're Anthony, he's so dead set. You just rip the leg. Like he's
Watch, I
not
just wanna
kicking
show
through it. He just hit it right there.
Oh, I'm talking about a fighter.
Do we feel Anthony Smith has what it takes to be a champion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dip his head off to the right every time.
Every time. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Every time you throw a jab, he's gonna tip his head.
Why is he high fiving?
I just been asked
What
that.
was that all about?
Well, he also was like dancing in the middle of this thing too, and it's like a boring ass fight.
TJ, the most asked question on our Jackson podcast: do we think Anthony Smith has what it takes to be a light heavyweight world
No,
champion?
never.
No. Whoa.
Whoa.
TJ,
TJ, come on.
You're two-time world champion. You did it in the UFC. Let other people have a little shine. You don't got to kill his dreams
I'm not
like
trying
that.
to, dude. I just don't. He's not good
tough
enough.
to say
bro.
if you can't get past Roman.
He gives up. Like, have you?
Lionheart.
I've watched
His
him
name is
from the cage.
Lionheart.
No, his name is Lionheart.
That's a problem.
Lionheart. What is the nickname?
Would he give
It's
himself that?
Lionheart.
It means to be with a lion.
Did he give himself that name or what? 'Cause
Oh my God,
I mean,
TJ.
he gives up in there, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, the second round, he doesn't even try to fucking stand up. Roman's on his back. He doesn't even try to stand up.
He took the fight on a week's
He's a
I don't give a
dog.
shit. I'm fighting until I die, dog. I'm fighting with one arm. I'm doing whatever I possibly can.
Killshot, you a different breed.
Hey,
Hey, Killshot, you a different
Yeah,
breed.
he-
That's why
yeah,
you on
he-
the podcast. That's why you a
But
co-co
you got to
co-host.
say without due respect before you put
Yeah,
out.
yeah. With all due respect, he'll never be a champion.
I like how Luke is friends with Anthony Smith, so on this one now he doesn't say anything.
With all due respect, Roman Diabetes is horrible. I mean,
All
like,
right, good. Look, hey, look how he's backing up his boy.
Look at,
Anthony Smith.
he just like he don't do nothing right.
But Lionheart,
Like,
he took the fight on short notice.
I didn't know that because I was like thinking too. He's like, bro, it's round one and you're breathing out your mouth already. Just a mouth breather.
Half the card was on short notice.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. One thing is half this card. This was a curse card. Half the card was on short notice. Step in, step out, step
Why?
out.
Because Conor pulled out. So what? A lot of people were like, fuck that. I'm not getting the pay-per-view money I thought I was going to get.
Well,
So
they don't
pulled
get
it.
pay-per-view.
I'm sure some of them do, don't they?
Mostly, usually just champions or big superstars.
For real?
You gotta wear the gold gloves to get pay-per-view.
No way. Some co-man. I remember when I was co-man.
Only if they're a big name, dude.
How do you guys feel about the gold gloves?
They don't look very
They're
good.
horrible looking. Right?
Hey,
Like
hey,
toy
Anthony,
gloves.
Anthony
Horrible.
Smith. Well, you guys,
Horrible.
You guys won without him, so of course you guys are gonna hate. Anthony Smith, I think, is a great fighter. I think that I agree with the Joe Rogan analogy when he was talking about Brendan Schaub. You either are all in or you're all out, but you can't be half in, half out. And right now he's doing great as an analyst. He's doing all these things outside of the cage. So I feel like maybe he's just fighting to fight.
He could talk
but-
well and he breaks some things down, but he's talking shit on Pereira, which makes no sense to me because see what Pereira's done. He's 3 years in the UFC and the guy's a fucking legend and the openings were there all day long to get a win here, and he doesn't take advantage of them. He gets bum rushed and falls down here in this round very soon. Doesn't even really get punched that hard, and just like falls down, almost knocks himself out with his own head hitting the mat, and then never tries to get back to his feet.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to see how he loses this fight right now because it's just there's nothing that Diabetes is doing.
It was a short notice. You guys ever took a fight on 2 weeks
Yeah,
notice?
I have. I've taken a fight on week notice.
Oh.
Got him. 10-8. Rampage. 10-8. 10-8.
But who was that fight against? You
I was fighting in San Jose, and I was fighting Hugo Viana. Knocked him out for
And he
sure.
won in the first round. Thank you. I remember that fight.
All right, respect.
Hey, brother.
Have you ever took a fight on short 2 weeks notice?
Yeah. Have you, Luke? Yes or no?
I mean,
No. Thank
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah,
y'all quit
thank
talking
you.
shit about my boy Anthony Smith.
Thank you, Luke.
But like I'm also
But Luke
like,
is a world
always-
champion.
I'm
Yeah, he's
always
just-
in shape.
he just
I'm
blitzed
always fucking training when
Yeah,
I'm
but you're a
getting
different
ready.
breed. Yeah, you know.
And Luke is a world champion, so let's
Now
go light
watch.
on Luke.
This is my go back. We rewind it. It's like he gets bum rushed. He doesn't really get punched. Watch.
he gets blitzed here pretty
He just
good.
gets blitzed. He doesn't really get punched that hard, and he falls down, almost knocks himself out with his head hitting the mat. Watch.
wow, yeah.
So what should he have done then, TJ, when he was getting rushed?
He obviously got his equilibrium thrown off though too.
I just think he's tired. Unfortunately, you know,
He
did
really?
take-
He
took
could have
the
hit
fight-
his head.
I think he
Hit
took
back
the
of his
fight
head.
on short notice, right? So he's tired, and so when a guy's gonna blitz you, if you're like a little more winded, you can put your feet in the ground and make him pay as he comes in, or move
wow.
move your feet, right?
Wow,
but if
I
he's
like
like
that.
if he's tired, then he can't move his feet out of the way. He's gonna get bum rushed and get pushed over.
I like the make him pay as he rushes. I like that analogy.
Well, I mean that's when you knock people out. If they're like careless and run at you, you like right down the pipe
Yeah,
with the
you
right
think
hand.
you think you'd try to
You'd hold your ground. And
jump
throw a
up
right hand.
here.
He doesn't. The whole like for the next 2
I
minutes.
mean, he's got an easy avenue. He's holding on 2
He
on 1.
stays right here
He's
for
2
2
on
minutes.
1. You're getting up.
You
You're
gotta
getting
get
up right there no matter what.
for 2 minutes, man.
You gotta catch a breather.
You gonna let a grown man hold you down? You're gonna let it. You're gonna let it.
Well, since you put it that way.
You're gonna let a grown man hold you down?
Since you put it that way.
Hell no. I'm getting back to my feet, dude.
Oh man, Rampage will let a nice little 10 hold him down.
Yeah,
A little
since
something
you put
in
it-
Austin.
Since you put it that way, but you know, you do what you can do.
Yeah, get to your feet.
Yeah, he should have got to his feet right there.
He's
You
just
got-
chilling.
If you got a 2 on 1, you just
Yeah,
brace up. You just brace up to the cage. It's but at the same time,
You're a better
That's
wrestler.
what I'm
You're a better
talking about. That's why I'm.
he got
I mean,
hit. He got hit.
That's why I'm talking about that. He just kind of gives up, right? I don't care how tired you are. Like I'm getting back to my.
Oh,
feet.
but you're not saying he gives up and taps out. You
No.
talking
I'm talking about it's like
okay.
mentally just checks out. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's just taking a breather.
Well, there's also another
Diabetes
fight.
was training for this fight, though, right? Was he training for this weekend?
I don't know.
Because Anthony Smith was not, I believe. And he took it a 1 week's notice.
If it wasn't for this podcast, I probably wouldn't watch very many fights or pay attention to what's going on. So I don't know if he was training.
Thank
for
you,
the fight.
TJ.
These days.
Listen, I wanna do this because I know this podcast, these types of podcasts are fun. We get to sit here and talk about all the fights. In all honesty, we do love Anthony Smith, but TJ, you give analysts like a run for their money because you have fought at the highest level, but you also can study the game at the highest level and talk about it at the highest level. Not a lot of fighters can do that. So after analyzing this fight, your analysis of Anthony Smith would be what as a total fighter?
With all due respect.
With all due respect, first, please, before you talk about him as a complete fighter.
So we like Anthony Smith.
Yeah, I like him. I
guess with all due respect, like he does a pretty good job breaking some fights down, but he doesn't. I don't know if he believes in himself to put it all out there on the line, right? Like he doesn't go out there with that fire to go out there knowing he's going to win. He's going out there throwing some calf kicks and throwing some jabs, like. He's not looking for the win. He's sitting down here in the bottom, kind of giving up. Like he's got a 2-on-1. He can stand up back to his feet. So he can speak the game, but I just don't think he believes in himself enough to do it.
You think it's more pressure to be an analyst than go out there and fight?
No, fuck no. I mean, it depends who you are. I mean, some people are very nervous about maybe breaking things down, talking on camera. So yeah, it depends on the person. But I mean, walking out in front of millions of people and fighting, like that's a lot more pressure.
Is he getting up here? He's not getting up.
He's just chilling, dude. That's okay. So again, he knows the techniques.
I went back down. What?
He knows the techniques and he knows how to break them down, but I don't believe he believes in himself enough to perform them. That's my breakdown.
But is that like the definition? Sorry to cut you off. Is that just the definition of like a guy who could coach but can't fight? Like there's a lot of coaches who know everything but they just can't do it themselves. Is that what you're trying to explain? Because I don't understand that. How can you talk about it perfectly but you can't do it perfectly as a fighter?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
he's tired.
It's the self-belief and just having that burning desire to win, like having that ultimate competitiveness that you are going to be the best in the world. Nothing's going to break you. Nothing's going to keep you down. Like you're going to spend, like I could take a fight on a week's notice and be in shape. And because when I'm a fighter, I'm going to be in the gym. I'm going to be getting better. If I have a goal to become best in the world, I'm going to be doing it 24/7. I'm going to be obsessed with becoming a champion. The same way as like me now in the business world with creating protein powders, energy drinks, all the other stuff we have coming out. It's my everyday. The only time I'm not doing it is when I'm on JAXXON podcast. It's like,
yeah, obviously he's half in, half out. He's been in the game for a long time.
yeah.
And he doesn't feel the same way he once felt. People lose it. People lose that desire to keep going.
And if you lose
it happens a lot. You see it a lot. You see a lot in these veteran fighters that they're just once they break, they break.
And if you do lose that, I do think you should walk away because there's too much to lose inside this cage if you're not giving it your all. Like too much of your health could be put at risk.
Yeah. Sometimes you get injuries you can't come back from.
Yeah.
Rampage, what do you feel Anthony Smith needs to do to, elevate his fight game then after watching this?
Honestly, I think he has a lot of good skills. I see he mixes his up. He's very well-rounded and stuff like that. I just think he shouldn't take fights on short notice. It's very hard to perform at the top, your top expectation, your top level when you take a fight on 2 weeks' notice. I've done it before. I've won some and I lost some. Pride used to always hit me with short notice fights. So what I did, like what TJ said, I figured they was doing that, so I stayed in shape. Kind of like have shape. If you know that you could possibly be called in to replace.
But you can't be halfway in to be in shape all the time. You can't be like worrying about other parts of your career, doing other businesses, other jobs, if you're going to be in the gym constantly, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't doing what he's doing. Analyst and all that stuff. I wasn't doing all that stuff.
No, you were doing the A team.
No, this is Pride days. This is way before UFC. I took I only took like 1 or 2 like short notice fights. Like when I fought Keith Jardine, there was a short notice fight, but it was right after I fought Vanderlei Silva, so I was like overtrained for that fight. And then UFC asked me to do a favor. Said, do us this favor. I said, all right, but you guys want to owe me one. And then I asked them for a favor, and then they looked me dead in the face and said, oh, we don't do favors. So I was like, okay, fuck y'all. I'm never doing you guys another favor again. So they asked me to do shit. I'm like, nope, I don't do favors.
You don't be a company man because the company man relationship, they never get back.
Right.
It's like they ask you to be that guy. Be the guy.
Yeah.
And then they'll treat you But if you lose, you slip, that favor is not returned.
That's a really good point, Luke. Being a company man, what are your guys' opinions as world champions? You know, obviously, and I always say this just for the audience at home, so they don't think I'm asking this just to random people. But as you guys all had the belt, do you think being a company man helped you get it or helped you elevate your money?
It doesn't pay to be a company man. I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, it's not a smart move. You gotta bet on yourself. I mean, the people who've won the biggest in this game have bet on themselves, and they've played hardball, and they've won.
If they would have given me the opportunity to be a company man, I would have done it just because of the love of the sport and everything about it. I would have done it easily, but I didn't get to the top by being a company man. I actually just got an opportunity put in front of me where I was expected to lose and capitalize on it and fucked him up, and then was on top for a while. You know, so mine was just. Staying in shape, being at the right place at the right time, and being motivated, kind of thing.
So you got good work ethic, you know,
big time.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that about you.
I mean, growing up, like I was a good athlete. Like I was a pretty good wrestler. I was on a full ride scholarship, and I should have done better in wrestling. But I wasn't just like a supernatural athlete, right? Like my younger brother, natural athlete, good at everything. That wasn't me. And so if I wanted to be good, I knew that I needed to work like 3 times harder than everyone else, you know? So I feel like that was just established in me my wrestling days, and I just carried it over to fighting. And I believe, you know, those naturally talented guys, they're only going to last so long because when the going gets tough, they're going to break.
See, I heard that about some people. Like I heard about BJ Penn. He is so talented that he just, you know.
Never had to work hard to be good.
Yeah.
If it comes easy, it's easy to give up too. Right?
Wait, do we really feel that about BJ Penn?
No, BJ Penn is like, he's really naturally like gifted.
The prodigy.
Yeah, he's very gifted. Yeah.
He was one of the greatest, probably, I would say, American jiu-jitsu athletes ever. I mean, didn't the guy just go to Brazil and just wipe out everybody and then get his black belt in like 3 years?
Yeah, the guy was just so naturally good at jiu-jitsu that you just see him do things that
Striking too.
Yeah,
motherfucker came. He was blitzing. He is just sharper, powerful, springy. He had everything.
Yeah,
he did.
Why do you feel like he gets left out of the top 3, top 5 conversation a lot?
I think just because of time. That's all. Because like most people that you asking, they're newer fans.
When he fought out of his prime too.
Yeah, he spent so much time fighting out of his prime, and when he didn't want it, and I think it reflects on his overall.
It's like you're always as good as your last fight,
yeah.
Right? Like you're always remembered as good as your last fight, and if you like fight too long past your prime, you're gonna be remembered more as that man actually than when he was winning world titles above, you know, weight classes up and just doing like impressive stuff.
See, that's my problem because I think I'm gonna be the fighter that, even though I haven't fought in like 4 years, I'm going to be that fighter that just dies on the sword because I still love it. And I see all these fighters like BJ Penn, like these other guys, they retire and then they come back, and they come back too late.
But do you still have the same fire that you used to have?
You know what? I think so. But when the training gets tough and stuff like that, I'd be thinking to myself, we'll be sore in the morning. I'm too old for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
For me, knowing you and from what I've seen in the past compared to like what I see, like just knowing you from like training at Sam's and just today, like I wouldn't say you have the same fire, right? It's too hard, man. It's too hard to have that fire.
He's too honest, man. Fuck
yeah. Why say that though? Yeah, why?
Because he's been doing it for how long?
25 years.
You know what I mean? Like.
But is it the fire to be great? Is it the heart? Is it the determination to keep training? What is it? What does the fire mean to you?
When you're young and you're trying to make a name for yourself, you'll do whatever you possibly can to get there, right? But he's been there. He's done that. And like he's made money. He's got a name.
I can agree with
himself.
this.
Like,
I can agree with this.
Yeah,
the same fire, like you're not going to go spend 4, 5, 6 hours in the gym tomorrow to be better.
No,
you're not. No. You're just not going to do it. No. You know? So that's like the same fire.
I spent 3.5.
Yeah, but they're not the same kind of fucking training you used to do, bro. It's different.
3.5.
Like you're not going to go up.
3 of them are talking to girls. Half of them is on the treadmill. Come on.
Like you're not going to go to Big Bear and do a training camp with Josh Barnett right now. You know what I mean?
I would if the money was right.
Well, that's what I mean. When you're younger, the money wasn't fucking right.
Yeah, the money
you know
wasn't.
What I mean?
Yeah, money wasn't an issue.
And you were doing it.
I don't want to be champion no more, but I still want to get out there and compete.
Okay, there you go. You answered it. You don't want to be champion.
I don't want to.
You don't have the fire.
No. I don't want to be champion anymore. I just want to.
You want exhibition fights. You want some money fights.
Yeah, and fun.
That makes sense.
And it's still fun. Like when I did that pro wrestling in Japan,
that was cool.
That shit was fun. Cool. I would like to keep doing that, but that's it's not lucrative enough for me. You know, but if it was money in it, I would just constantly do that. You can do that till you 50. One of the guys out there was 55.
Before we talk about the catchweight co-main with the craziness, I do want to talk about you in Japan. You went out there to fight in the Josh Barnett fight. the video went viral because the internet thought you actually went to Japan to fight a UFC MMA style fight. They didn't really understand the complexity of what was going on.
They didn't know it was pro wrestling?
No, everybody thought it was an MMA fight. So, you know, a lot of kids that are young, they call like MMA UFC. They don't call it MMA. So they're like, oh, Rampage is in a UFC fight. And then the JAXXON podcast Discord went nuts. There's hundreds and hundreds of kids in this thing all day long now. We have the best podcast Discord in the world. And then they said, no, Rampage is fighting an MMA fight. Pride's back. And then they show this video of you stomping out a guy, and everybody said Rampage won the world championship belt. Like, this thing was going crazy all night.
They didn't know it was pro wrestling.
No, but you actually fought someone.
Yeah, it's MMA style.
So you hit the guy. The guy
I
hit
him. I stomped him. Yeah, but it's MMA. But it's MMA. But
That's the only head kick I've ever seen Rampage throw in a fight.
Oh damn! I threw one head kick against Fabio Babo, but it mixed. It went over his head.
What's his name?
Fabio Babo.
Is that the same guy? Is
Babalu?
he related to
No,
Babalu?
Fabio Babo.
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
I fought him in Japan. He was a
Oh,
boxer.
Fabio Maldonado.
I mean, no, I'm sorry, Fabio Babo. I fought him in UFC in Canada.
Wait, is
No
that
way,
the
that's
same
his
guy?
name. I don't
Is
know.
it
Fabio.
Fabio
Yeah,
Maldonado?
he beat Fedor.
Yeah, he beat Fedor. He's tough.
Yeah.
Oh, Fabio Maldonado.
He was a
He was
boxer.
the guy who was in the UFC with boxing skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
Kept his head real high and throwing punches.
Yeah, he's tough. He's
I
a
don't
tough
know
guy.
where he came from, but he did a little thing.
Yeah,
he
he's
had a
tough.
little
Yeah.
moment.
He was good.
His name is Fabio Babo.
It's not.
Wait, no,
Anyway,
it's not.
Maldonado.
Fabio Maldonado.
How about that slam you had? Like, how you been training for that? Like, the way you picked that thing up pretty easily. Did he jump into it? Did he jump into it?
No. Why you
got
call him that
excited.
thing? Why you call him that thing? That guy wanted me to powerbomb him. And
Hey.
from
Take it
triangle.
easy.
Oh, like your old video.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you 200. That guy's 260 or 270 something.
I thought you've been working out, dude.
Yeah, but no, that guy was so dense and so heavy. Then I tried to do the power bomb from the double leg.
Yeah.
I couldn't get him there either.
He practiced it.
Yeah, and the guy's fucking heavy. The guy's fucking heavy. So I did.
Yeah.
So I picked him up and body slammed.
You
him
got that up pretty good.
from guillotine.
Nice.
So
No, he didn't jump.
you were excited to
About
slam him.
I was excited to slam. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. I would 10 out of 10 do it again.
Nice.
And I would suggest you guys try it one day too.
I mean, the only thing that I think I can still do competitively right now might be power slap.
Oh my God.
I only have one arm, dude.
Wait, time out.
Dana.
Would you be down? Because Dana would give you $1 million right now.
Yeah, you should do it.
Dana White, I need you to offer TJ Dillashaw $1 million to do power slap. Wait, which shoulder's bad, right or left?
My left shoulder.
Are you a southpaw?
I'm right-handed.
So he still has his right hand ready to go. TJ,
do you have to slap both sides? Like,
No.
you have to trade off?
No,
Or is it only one side?
no.
I've never watched it
hold?
before.
Do you hold? Like,
I don't think so.
Oh
No,
my
you
God.
You hold your
actually-
hand behind your back. You hold your hand behind. You can,
pretend you're going to slap me. Hold on, I want to see.
hey, let's do a power
Pretend?
slap.
Pretend?
No, let's do a power slap
Pretend?
match.
Nah, don't pretend.
No, come on. Do it one. Come on.
Get in there.
Like, I've seen him like load up. They come here.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. One match.
One good.
Who do I slap?
Hey,
Let me
man.
slap you.
No, you gonna slap him.
you
Hey,
slap
man, you
me.
get the
Bro,
glasses
bro.
and we can be the referees. in that.
Hey, you slap me right here.
Paige Van Zandt just did it, right? Paige Van Zandt just
No, I'm
did
not gonna
it.
hit you. I'm gonna let you slap me. Come
No,
here.
no,
Right here.
no.
No, slap me as hard as you
There.
can.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
As
No.
hard as you can.
As hard as you can.
No, I would knock you out.
One time.
No, you're not in the same weight class. You and him closer to the same weight class.
What do you mean? I'm in Luke's weight class.
Let's get to the fight.
The power slap.
What's his
Bro,
guy's
this
name?
okay.
Diego.
As we get into this, though, like
Yeah,
the whole
pause it real quick
the
so
whole
TJ can
build up
talk
to
about
this
this.
fight is, I think it's awesome. Obviously, there's a lot more pressure on Diego going into this fight for multiple reasons, right? All the stress he had to go through from like changing weight classes and then eventually changing opponents, like also him having to do fight week. Like Ige didn't even have to do fight week. He got hit up, which is also gangster though, right before, but he's got nothing to lose and he's going to get paid, right? And he's in shape right before it, right? But like this whole thing brought a lot of attention to the fight that might not have been there. And I think it paid off in Diego's favor, especially because he got the win, right? But like him having to move to 55s, him taking an opponent on like 10 hours notice or something. I don't even know when it was. That's, I mean, it's
3 hours notice, right?
I don't know.
This is got that Brian
Ortega dropped out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's like 3 hours notice.
3 hours notice. I mean, that's crazy, right? I mean, I remember being my first title defense ever after I beat Raul. I was supposed to rematch him and he missed weight. Like he failed, knocked himself out from trying to make weight. And so they changed my opponent out in 24 hours for me fighting a world title. And I was like doing all this fight week, building up. And so they changed it to Joe Soto, which was a Bellator UFC champion or Bellator champion. And I had to change that up in 24 hours on a title fight. And it was like crazy to me. I was like stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning recording new videos saying I was fighting Joe Soto rather than Barao. It was wild, but to do it in 3 hours, that's a new record, man. That's crazy.
Like, I don't think the fans understand how tough it is for even for us to get a new opponent, because it happened to me once when I fought Murilo Bustamante. I was booked to fight Ricardo Arona. And that's why I didn't like. That's why I was mad at him. And no one told me. When I landed in Japan and stuff, that's when they told me that I was fighting Murilo.
It's like, you're already here. What are you gonna do now?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? And you train for a Pacific guy. Did I say that word right?
Yeah, specific.
Specific.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you. Specific guy. And
drink more of that Wild Society
hard.
energy drink, bro.
Hey,
Barry, why? You supposed to lift me up because you know I have a speaking problem because my lips are too big. But you over here laughing. Like we supposed to be boys. Like
Pacific or Atlantic Ocean? Which one are we talking about?
See, I knew it.
What happened?
You're not supposed to make fun of me when I.
He's got a speech impediment.
I would never, brother.
You were just over here laughing at me when they.
No, I was talking about him. I would never
have
do
a
that
speech
to you.
impediment.
No, I would.
Okay, teach me how to say the word. Specific.
Specific.
So say it with me. S.
Specific.
Say S.
S.
U.
G.
M.
M.
A. Say it out loud.
SUGMA.
Yes. Say that nice and easy. It will loosen up.
Fuck you.
anyway, hey, it's hard. It's hard to take fights. It's hard to take fights on a week's notice and change opponents. Like, it really fucks you. So to take it on 1 day's notice, I mean, on hours notice, but it all comes down to I mean, like, what was Brian Ortega doing? Like at 3 o'clock, what kind of a man lets his opponent know at 3 o'clock?
No, he was trying. I felt like he was trying not to pull out. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happened to me a lot when I'm fucking, but different. But you know, you trying to make.
Are you really trying to pull? You ain't trying
really
to.
That's why he's got so many kids.
That's why I have so many kids.
I guess it is.
But the girl like, pull out. But he was trying not to pull out at the last minute. That's the only thing that makes sense.
I mean,
he was sick. He wasn't feeling good.
Brian's a dog.
I've been there before. And like, no, I'm not pulling out. And then you still go and fight, and you know you should have pulled out. But so I think his manager or somebody probably said, listen, man, you got a fever or stuff like that. You sick. Fucking pull out.
I mean, that's more than that. He wasn't in shape. He wasn't even clearly, like, obviously didn't train right for the.
Was that a short notice fight for him as well?
You were sick.
I think so. I don't know.
It wasn't a short notice fight. I think they just wanted him to fight. I think Brian is an older guy. He's not really in his prime anymore. And I think Diego Lopez, they're high on. And they wanted to match up like the old dog versus the young bull kind of thing. And then they probably talked him into it. And then as it got closer, the pressure like came up, and he just didn't want to do it.
I know he was sick because Tiki is his manager, and Tiki. I asked Tiki about it. He said,
He'd be sick, but man, I mean, we've all seen Brian Ortega fight, and he was so far out of shape. Like it's not like he was anywhere near in shape or training right to fight.
UFC is bad for putting older fighters with the young bulls, though.
I mean, Brian said it himself. It's like an old line versus new line.
Yeah, but they got to build them up somehow. And then also, if you're that old bull, it's like that's how you put your name back on the map. You know what I mean? Like, how's he going to get a title fight? You got to beat the up and comer.
But I saw a fan do a post, and they said the older fighter lose 70% of the time.
Probably.
Yeah, but that's a beautiful thing. When the 30% of the time we come back.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Luke versus Joe Schilling. It's a big one right there.
Well, but
What are you talking about?
They're both old.
Listen, one thing I want to talk about is obviously Brian Ortega is a UFC icon. I mean, people love him. His name has been around for a long time. He was supposed to fight. He didn't fight. Okay, Dan Ige gets the call. An hour, 30 minutes
what's his name?
before. Dan Ige,
Dan Ige.
Dynamite Dan. Yes, I called Eric Nixick. I said, yo, what's going down? How's this? Is this real? And he said, listen, dude, they called me. They said, do you want to take the fight? Dan's in shape. We'll do it. We're 20 minutes, 10 minutes away from the arena. So Eric Nixick calls Sean Strickland and says, yo, be at the arena in 30 minutes. We're going to battle. Sean Strickland says, cool. They also call Kai. Their whole crew shows up from the gym to support Dan. They walk in together. No training, no warm-up, no nothing. Straight to the locker room. He dresses up. He fights an hour later. Gets a bag.
That's dope.
And gets a bag.
How much money he make?
A bag, dude.
10 million?
I think he made north of 7 figures.
Dope.
Low 7 figures.
Good for him.
He also
Call me up. Let's do this.
He also had
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's also like a movie.
Hey,
It's
Bear,
also like a movie.
I accept your honey dicking, but no one making. They ain't paying him 7 figures.
A million. What are you talking about? Yes, I'm almost positive.
TJ, how many?
I think he made $1 million.
Millions.
I think he made $1 million. I think you made $1 million to
Show
fight.
me the
But let me
receipts.
explain
Show
this to you.
me
Yeah,
the
yeah,
receipts.
well, I wanna see
Luke,
this.
there comes a point in your life where you realize you have the belt, you're a model, you have money, let other people make it too.
I love
so
the
listen,
fight game, but come on.
Shut up, Luke. So listen.
Is he get?
I doubt they paid him $7.
No, I'm just. Hey, listen. For the
You
Jackson,
know the game, dog. They ain't paying Dan.
All right, listen.
What'd you
I
think-
love
what'd you think he got
Dan.
paid?
I love
What'd you
Dan.
How much do you think he got paid?
It depends what his contract normally is.
I think he got paid 300 max.
All right, maybe he did. But listen, let's move on. So what ends up happening that I think is amazing is the fact that Dan's corner is his crew from the gym, which is Sean Strickland and Kai and then Eric. And they just show up. They're all in black tees. They just walk right in. I feel like it's a movie.
awesome.
It's like a straight movie to see a gym come together like that. How many gyms really support each other and do things like that? I
Man,
haven't seen
we
it.
all do that.
They
We
should
brothers.
do it. They should do it more often.
They should do it more often.
They should-
Make the corners like,
no. What they should do is start doing these last minute fights more often.
oh my.
And you just gotta be in shape. And be like, hey, we might call you, we might not. And then everyone's in shape. And it's like, boom, surprise fight. Here's what's going on.
Wow, that's a good concept.
That would make us buy the cards too for the
Yeah, like, who the
surprise
fuck's
fight.
gonna fight?
Yeah,
But
that's a
but the fighters can't know.
Oh my God.
Fighters
That's a good-
can't know.
I might steal it because I'm working on my own league. I'm gonna do my own league.
But a guy like me
That's
that's
like
always
Gladiator.
in the gym,
Like Gladiator, come to your stable and just pick him out. Oh, okay, time to fucking
I like
go to-
I like
go to
that
bed.
word.
Yeah.
Would you have them on a contract where they get paid monthly to keep, or they just get
That's
paid
not a
when
bad
they,
idea.
when they get when they?
That's not a bad idea. Pay the fighters monthly. Be like, hey, we'll hit you up if you want to fight. You fight. But what about them fighters that be getting paid monthly and just never fight?
And then you fire them up.
Okay.
Then you put a contract. You gotta give me my shit back, motherfucker. Fuck you.
If we call you and you don't want to take the fight, you can't take the money back. Yeah.
Or what they should just do is start making these fight cards where people just have to show up. They just go pick them in the locker room.
It'd be
Everybody
dope if
just go
like
to the locker room
fighters
and just
showed
pick
up.
them out.
If fighters showed up to like watch the fight and
Yeah.
you're there and be like, hey, you want to fight?
Yeah, like just pick them out.
Because you know all the fighters go to the fights, but go to the fight in shape.
That's a new style
They'll
Grand
ask you
Prix.
randomly, like Luke's up there drinking tequila. He's like, let's fucking do it.
That'd be pretty easy. It's pretty easy to fight when you're on like have a couple.
Hey, if I ever get my own
Hey.
fight league, could I hire you, TJ?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You will have enough time.
Sure, I'll make time
We'll
for
let
you.
you promote
I'll
your-
make time for you.
All
dude.
right, thank you. We're gonna let you promote your protein, but
Hell yeah.
but I don't know about your energy.
Did
drink.
you guys watch this fight and hear Eric Nixick in the corner?
He's like, what, you doing a massage like 3 hours ago or something?
Yeah, he's getting a massage. How's the massage over there? He's like, it's all right. You got to be prepared for the car crash. When he comes to the car crash, it's like, what?
Which he's right though. Like,
Right, yeah, it's
that's
like-
like what my point I was bringing up earlier, where
It's always interesting to hear.
Josh Smith,
Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith. Thank you. Like if you would have like been ready for the car crash when the guy was coming in, he could have landed a right hand. It's the same kind of idea because Diego just rushes in craziness, right? Like
He's good though. He's creative.
he's
Like,
got-
like this is like Dan's not bad on the ground, and
He's a
to
black
catch
belt.
to catch him here.
yeah,
Oh, Dan's a black
To get him
belt?
as close as he was there, it's not bad.
yeah. Dan's a black belt.
and he's fighting. He's going for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And he don't look he gassed out, huh?
No, so if this fight would have been 5 rounds, Ige would have won. I think.
EA is always in shape.
If you look at the end of the third, like in the third round, he's got the better cardio. But again, you got to realize that like not only being in shape, but also the fight week, cutting weight. Like Ige didn't have to cut weight. Like he had to cut weight to make supposedly 45, switch up to 55s. Like so Lopez had to cut weight. He had to deal with fight week, and then he's having to deal with the pressure of changing of opponents. Like all that weighs on your adrenaline system when you go into a fight. To where Ige's like, "Fuck, let's do it,"
Why he didn't have to cut weight? Is he fighting?
because it was 3 hours before the fight.
So they didn't make him cut weight.
He's like, "Can you make
No, he was already
65?"
on weight.
He's like, "Well, not on weight.
So he's fighting
He
up.
fights
He was right
45
there.
normally,
He was already up.
but he was weighing under 65. So like, so Diego had to gain weight to be within 5 pounds of each other to make it legal. Otherwise, the commission won't let it happen. So they had to both weigh under 65, but above 50 or above 60. I mean, so Diego actually had to gain a couple pounds.
Diego was at dinner last night with TJ, me, Luke. We all had a huge JAXXON podcast team dinner. Me, Luke, Diego Lopez.
He
me.
lives in Orange County.
No,
No.
we flew him out here. Me,
What-
Diego Lopez.
Why you didn't have him on the
Alessandro.
podcast?
He couldn't come. He was busy today.
I want to ask him about his hairstyle. Like, did he mean to do that?
the Joe
Someone
Dirt.
did ask him about it. Someone
The
that
Joe Dirt vibe?
like he just cut his hair like a long time ago by himself, and then just like fell in love with the style or something.
He had to gain like 2 pounds in like an hour, right, TJ? What did they tell you last night?
Yeah, well, because I was just telling you, they can't be 5 pounds smaller than your
No,
opponent.
Diego, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You can't be 5 pounds smaller than your opponent. So Ige was 65, so he had to weigh above 60, and he was at 59. So he had to put 2 pounds on so that he could be commissioned to fight.
Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, Hige does look like the smaller guy in there.
Well, I mean, he weighs more, but that's just so I can't believe
that was
this.
close.
Diego says he walks around at 60.
Oh, okay.
Like I walk around at 60 when I was fighting 35s.
Damn.
I mean, he's not that big.
Ige almost
Was
put him
you
to
fat at
sleep.
60, or did you still have your abs?
Still have my abs.
Oh,
I mean, I'm 180 right now. I got
God
abs.
damn. Oh, damn. You 180?
Yeah. I got big legs.
What are you at, Rampage?
Fuck you, Bear.
What are you at?
Fuck you.
Why are you gonna get defensive, dude? He's just being curious as a friend, saying like, "What do you weigh right now,
A
dude?"
dog.
Oh, what's up?
Hey, Ige.
Yeah.
Ige.
Hey, we watching your fight right now.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
The fucking Dragon's Lair.
Nick sick. Oh, the Dragon. Oh, they were Flex and J-Rock, the whole Vegas takeover.
What's up, boys?
Eric,
What's up, man?
Eric, walk us through what happened. They call you 20 minutes before the fight. What happened here?
No, 4 hours.
Podcasting.
You're still podcasting. Here, talk to him.
What up?
What's up?
What's going on, dude?
DJ, what happened? They hit you with the phone call. You said, "Yo, pay me $1 million. I'm there," or what?
I was getting a massage, dude. They did happy ending. Come on down.
Bro, I'll say this, man. If this fight goes 5 rounds, you win the fight. You win the fight 5 rounds.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just it was minor adjustments, but we went out there, we did our thing. It was good.
I mean, dude, you look at it through the end of the 3rd round, you're starting to put it on him, man. He goes 2 more rounds, you win that fight. If you can hear me.
Yeah, his spirit it started wilting. I hit him with the right hand. He looked at the clock and little more time, but
Why'd you pull that head
can't
kick?
go back and be like, what if? So,
Why'd you pull that head kick? That head kick was on target.
dude? I
You
mean,
had that thing across his ear.
my fucking legs aren't that flexible.
Spoken like a true one.
Bro, it
dude.
looked like he just pulled that thing the last second, just like.
He kicks like Rampage. Him and Rampage kick the same.
Hey,
That's a disc.
Hey, Luke, I was like, oh, I fucked him because I called for the same side high and he fell. And I looked at the corner and I'm like, fuck, I just fucked this dude. I put us in a bad
But you
spot.
almost won it. But you almost won it with that. It was like there, you
had
know?
the best corner commentary of all time, though. I was
Hey,
like,
hey, tell
car
us what you were
crashes and
saying.
massages and like I don't know where you're going, but I was like, what is Eric going on right now? I love it.
Eric, walk us through what you were telling Dan in the corner against Diego Lopes.
Well, like round one, usually I just like to keep things light in the beginning of the round. Like I'll say something just to lighten the mood up. And I was like, so what were you doing, bro? You're getting a massage? He's like, I was getting a fucking massage. I didn't expect to see you here. And then, going into round 3, I said, my bad, bro, because I called for the same side high. And then then Dan looks at me right. I was like, well, fucking landed. It's routes off.
Yeah, it fucking landed. It was there, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah. So Dan's like, no, the read was on, dude. I just slipped and fell. And I was like, I felt bad. So I was like, I fucked this, bro, because this guy's going to take our back. And I was like bummed out. But then going into round 3, I was like, dude, I think we could beat this guy if we just stay boxing, stay straight.
Exactly.
Beat this guy down the middle with straight punches.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, before we let you go, tell me about the car ride over to the arena. You have you and Kai, Sean Strickland.
Oh.
Tell us what you guys were talking about in the car.
No, we don't. We made sure that fucking Dan didn't. Oh, yeah, look at that kick. God damn it.
Yeah, that was a good kick.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Just Kai Kamaka was in the car, and then we made sure Ali wasn't driving. So we made Dan drive. Because Ali's fucking awful.
Dude, Ali
it's
he's driven me home after a fight before. It's not good.
It's not good, bro.
It's not good.
Yeah,
From
so
like,
then
from a
Sean
fucking,
Ali
met
took
us
you home
there.
before?
Sean met us there, and then that was it, man. That's the A team.
How did the A team get assembled? Did you hit up Sean Strickland and Kai and everybody and say, "Yo, we got the fight 20 minutes before the fight. Like, meet me there"?
Yeah, so I got off the phone with Dan. Said, "What do we want? We want Kai," and then Coach Gift. Coach Gift didn't answer the call. So I go, "What do you want to do?" And he goes, "Well, who's the fucking craziest cowboy we know?" And I was like, "Sean Strickland." He goes, "Call him up."
That's
we called
amazing.
Sean, and Sean met us.
And then did you guys walk in? Did you have any game plan, or you guys just walked in like John Wick? You guys were all in black tees, smashing your fists against each other.
Well, I called Eddie Baracco and had him watch a little tape for me because I was driving. And then so Eddie sent me a bunch of notes.
Fuck that. We rolled up in black tees and Jackson chains.
Love it.
Hey, that's why we love Dan.
hey,
dude.
your boxing's tight right here in the third round.
TJ said, dude, 5 rounds you would have taken.
5
it,
rounds,
Dan.
you got it. I'm telling you,
you're
man.
hitting it.
Oh,
You're taking over the round, honestly.
It'll happen again. Maybe not next, but it'll happen.
Are you still are you still fighting Chepe in 5 weeks now?
Nah.
Hey,
Got paid.
hey, congrats, Dan, on showing heart and being a tough one, dude. I think the whole UFC realm of fans fell in love with you
Yep.
after this fight.
Yep. That's what legends are made of, dude. Good job.
All right, we're out. Eric, Dan, we'll see you guys here at the Jackson House soon.
last name?
Nigga sick.
No. Say Dan's last name, bro. Say Dan's last name.
Dan
for him.
Ige.
All right, hey, dude, you did great, Dan. Here, I mean, bro. Hey, later, Eric. We love you, bro. Thanks. We're over here saluting the guy. He's having the time of his life, and you gotta call him Ige.
That's his last name.
Ige.
Oh, Ige.
What do you mean?
Why didn't tell me that?
Well, I did tell you that.
No, y'all,
mean, bro?
You sound like y'all was saying Ige the whole time.
All right, listen. Diego Lopes. He's a rising superstar in the UFC. What do we think about him?
He's great.
All right, great.
He's
I like that.
Coming hard. He's got great power in his hands. He's a little bit reckless, but he can take a punch. He can give a punch. Jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. He's got great jiu-jitsu. So I think he's got a great chance to rise to the top, man.
I think he need to work on his boxing because
Yeah.
Dan was out boxing.
I mean, Dan's been outboxing a lot of guys. Dan's fought some of the best guys in the division.
Oh, for real?
This is a new step up fight for Lopez, right?
Diego's got a fire you can't teach, though. You know what I mean? He's got that will and that fire to win that you cannot teach that. You know what I mean? He's just going to go for it. And he's a little bit wild and he's got the power. That's why he's got so many finishes. I mean, he cleans that up. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Dan wins the third round, right?
He should, yeah.
With all due respect, I kind of fell asleep during this fight when I was watching it because I was tired, though. And so I've been watching it while we're doing this podcast, and the bits I've been watching look like Dan won this fight.
The third round. He lost the first two rounds.
Lost the first two. Oh, okay.
And last night, was that the first time you ever met Diego, DJ?
Yeah.
And Alessandro and the whole crew?
Yeah, I've never met him before.
It's cool. It's cool to see all the legends and all the respect. Like Luke, it was cool to see you show him respect. And we had a little toast for Diego. He's a new JAXXON athlete. And it's exciting to see, like, you know, the era of legends that you guys are in will never be
exciting
repeated.
and sad at the same time, to be honest. Because, bro, it's like I'm fucking done. You know what I mean? Like, and I was just forced out of the sport. It sucks, you know, because I feel like I had so much more to give still.
I mean, it is exciting, though, just to see the respect level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And I know what you mean, but I don't think anybody looks at it like that for you.
I'm talking about myself.
Oh, yeah. I could see
the way that I look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely Luke didn't, because every time we said congrats, Diego, Luke said, well, I'm going to Turkey to wrestle. So it's good to know that Luke's still excited.
I like Diego.
Every time we said congratulations, it was like taking another shot. So Luke was like, yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, hey, Luke drank like 13 shots at Nobu last night.
Of what? Tequila?
Oh, yeah. He ran
Still hit 3 miles in my sauna this morning.
I don't know how
he win that $5,000, huh?
Oh, are you in the run? Are you in the? We're doing a JAXXON run competition. No, we kicked him out already.
They didn't allow me in.
The first day he ran like 3 miles. I'm like, no, we're not doing all that. It's 1 mile.
Here's the problem right here with Jiri. He played Prochazka's game right off the bat. Like, he's sitting there. He's not that guy to stand straight and look in your eyes. They stood there and looked at each other for 5 minutes straight. Yeah, it's like, let Pereira be Pereira. Don't try to be Pereira. God, he just proved he's already.
He's just such a G, bro. I'm a huge fan of Pereira.
Do you think he's really doing witchcraft, or is Jiri just talking
come on, dude. What kind of bullshit we all believe in
Jiri,
right now?
look at how Jiri looks. Who does more witchcraft?
And like he's like weird enough to like believe in that shit. It's like,
have you seen him train? There's a video of him on one leg up reading a notebook.
He locks himself in somewhere where he doesn't drink water and food and eat food for 3 days in a dark shed.
Why is he doing this shit?
Because it's like mental old karate, old martial arts.
Oh, he's a karate background?
I mean, that stuff don't work against guys like Pereira.
That's why he wears his hair like that?
Yeah.
Why he just look? I think that's
got to keep your fucking hands up against Pereira.
Why you don't?
100%, man.
100%.
You cannot fight like this old school style versus a guy that is one of the best kickboxers of all time.
They were talking about backstage that they saw some video of him like blocking the calf kick wrong and that he's going to go to the head, blah, 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 blah. Which, yeah, that could have been the case. But from the game plan from the beginning, should have been kicked the head because of the way that Jiri holds his hands and moves and dips and things like that. Should have been a game plan from the very beginning to kick the head. Very impressive by Pereira to set it up with all of his calf kicks. And the one that landed that knocked him out, there was no tell. It was so fast. It was amazing. It was
hey, you see
sick.
what Pereira doing to see with that hand right there? He keep touching his. I thought he only did that to southpaws, but he's
southpaw right now.
Who?
Now he's back to orthodox. So Jiri switches stance.
Oh, see.
Look at that left hook. That left hook is just it's there almost every time.
Oh, okay. So that's why he.
Jiri's
He'll
hands.
paw when
Dude,
the guys.
How could you come back to this fight and just swing your hands around like that when you know he's just going to come at you like that?
And he's got
It's fascinating how Pereira has no wasted movement, no wasted energy. He literally does not throw any feints or, I mean, he does, but
that
like
slip to right hand just so fucking crisp,
he
dude.
almost
TJ, I know we talked about it a little bit, but I don't get it. Like 0 wasted movement.
Yeah, that was never my style. Mine was more sporadic to where like I want you to try to find my movement. I'm moving around. I'm feinting a bunch. I'm very impressed that he's able to get away with like he doesn't feint much. He's pretty still, and he's still able to land his punches and find the openings that he finds without disguising them. There's no wasted movements. There's no feints. It's like
that's crazy.
And he finds them.
You know what? Because he's setting you up though. Because he's setting you up.
He's watching what you're doing instead of him doing his motions to set you up. Like I'm feinting you to see how you're going to move.
Yeah.
Like I saw the Anthony Smith fight. I said if he would have thrown a right hand left kick, he would have knocked him out because every time he threw something, his opponent moved.
Yeah.
This time he's letting the guys make mistakes on his own, and then finding them as they come. You know?
That low kick, that calf kick is a setup.
Yeah.
So he don't have to feint and do all this stuff. He's setting you up the whole
He's
fight.
watching what mistakes you're making the entire fight. You know, as you're fighting, he's seeing what openings are there.
But Jiri should have known all this, right? Going into the fight, the way he fights, the way Pereira moves. Like, I feel like he didn't do any adjustments. His whole interview was about this new.
I mean, not all guys are game planning artists. Some guys are just good at what they do and they can't change their style. Like, he needed to come in with his hands up better and fight a little bit differently and maybe be more wrestling heavy but not guys can't switch it up on the beat.
That first left hook hurt him right there. Like you can barely see it, but Jiri was hurt a little bit from that that left hook.
It looks like Yuri's fighting on a whim. Like he's not in. Like it's obvious that Pereira's in his head.
Yeah, that's why he grabbed him. I think it kind of rocked him a little bit. You can barely see it. Then he grabbed him. But I see.
I mean, this should have been the game plan anyways. The game plan is you should be making it dirty, put him against the cage, put him in a clinch, take him down. Like the game plan's got to be not stand in front of Pereira. You know what I mean? Because like his power is just unwavering. You can't do it. His left hook is pinpoint, and he's got too much power.
I don't believe in leg locks, but fuck with Pereira, I'd be diving for legs.
Right? What's that Uchimata where you run and roll in the
I'd do some weird shit with that motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to, man.
I mean. You got to wrestle. There's not a lot of wrestlers in the division right now.
Yeah,
and it's a good time for Pereira.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was talking about this fight. Everybody's talking about how Pereira is going to be, unbeatable.
I love
He's going to keep going through divisions. His title fights versus regular fights versus how long he's been in the UFC.
He's been in the UFC for 3 years.
Incredible, dude, what he's done.
Like, I mean, I thought it was fast when I won a title in 3 years. Like, won my first world title in 3 years. He's already won 2 different weight classes, defended both of them. Like, it's wild.
They definitely gave him a little bit of a fast track, but he's earned it.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but my second fight in the UFC, I won the title.
Yeah, but how many years did you fight before that?
Fuck you! I thought we were talking about the UFC.
He has 300 kickboxing fights. So in Rampage's defense, let's be serious here.
I didn't throw my first punch till I was almost 25 years old. Won a world title when I was 28.
You're a late bloomer.
How about
He's a what?
Pereira just getting
Late
this thing on the
bloomer.
button right here, just like 1 second left. Come on.
Yeah, fight would have been over.
And then the first strike he throws in the second
What
round.
was Jiri yelling at him?
He's like, "Come on, bring it into my guard."
Oh, he's unconscious. He's unconscious.
Like the things like that. It's like, dude, oh wow, he got rocked.
His eyes are back.
Yeah, the thing like this is like you get rocked, the bell rings.
Saved by the bell.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now you know what's already coming. Now he looks look at him. He looks nervous. He's like laughing, looking both ways. He looks scared. He doesn't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, because he's about to get night.
Right away. The first thing
And
he
just
throws.
so fast. For a big guy, that was so fast. There was no tail. Like he didn't set it up. He didn't like feint. He didn't like throw a jab before it. Just a switch kick.
So what you think?
Watch him get up. Watch Herb Dean have to help him. Even Pereira tried to help him up.
Yeah.
Herb Dean backed him up.
No,
He shouldn't have helped him.
You
He
don't
should've
let
left
him
him
up.
down
You
there.
sit him down, dog.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Well, do you think Jiri was still kind of out from that punch?
Yeah, I mean,
But you get a minute to recover though.
I mean, double concussion syndrome, man. I mean, that minute ain't gonna matter, right? Like you get dropped, like your brain's gonna be, having some swelling on it. It's easier to get put to sleep again after that.
Herb has got some interesting stops sometimes. I'm not going to say he's the best in that division. I fought Weidman. I must have knocked him out 20 times.
I think
came
Herb,
back.
since Herb fights and stuff like that, I think he kind of feels like he want to give the guy a chance to see if he's going to come back.
Sometimes he calls him fast too. My Ultimate Fighter finale fight. I I got rocked for sure, but they stopped the fight pretty quick. I was in on a single leg, but can't. I mean, it is what it is. So he stops fights fast too.
No.
I mean, dude, it's so. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it would be, like how fast shit happens when you're in there. You know, you don't want to give these guys shit about it, but it's like shit happens fast.
That's gotta hurt.
You don't see Pereira throw head kicks either, too, right? It's like.
And what were you talking about? You said that Pereira was studying the way he was checking calf kicks in the locker room.
So there was a post on social media talking about his coach was watching Instagram, and Jiri posted a video of him checking calf kicks and doing it the wrong way, keeping his hands down. And so before they walked out for the fight, Pereira said he's going to the head because they were talking about showing him the video of like how he was blocking shit. So he said he watched stuff in backstage from what Jiri posted on Instagram and told his whole team that he's going to knock him out with a head kick.
Oh, no. Has to hurt. Oh my God. Done.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Alex Pereira now. At first, I was kind of like, you know.
How could you not be a fan of the guy?
Yeah,
though?
but at first, because I like Izzy, you know what I'm saying? And he was Izzy's nemesis, but I think him and Izzy are cool. And then I met Izzy in Saudi Arabia, and I like the kid. He's a good kid. And one of my old friends.
He's gonna get his
trainer.
belt back, I think.
Yeah, I think
He's
he get his
fighting,
belt back.
DDP.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get his belt back. But I feel like if Alex Pereira goes up to heavyweight, because there's nobody else for him to fight really at 205, right? It's not that many more.
He doesn't beat Jon Jones though.
I just want to say
you don't think Alex Pereira could beat Jon Jones?
Jon Jones does exactly what he did to Gon.
Yeah.
Alex,
He goes shoot straight at dude. He out wrestled Cormier.
Jon
I
Jones.
no offense, but Pereira. I mean, when he's on the ground, he's not the sharpest on the ground.
Yeah.
You see when Izzy was on top of him, he showed a lot of weakness there.
Yeah.
He's gotten better, but you can't get that much better.
Jones ain't gonna take the chance.
Jon motherfucking Jones.
He ain't gonna play around. Jones ain't gonna play. He ain't gonna stand up with him and do all this shit.
John is the exact fight he shouldn't like.
He shouldn't take.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that he shouldn't take it. He should take it because he's gonna get fucking paid. But like, he ain't gonna win the fight.
Did you hear Dana White? He was very passionate when they had a reporter in the audience basically try to tell Dana White that Jon Jones is not the pound for pound best fighter in the world. And he said, "How can you ever say that?"
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that? Because he's coming back from an injury. Dana White saying you don't lose the pound for pound position.
Pound for pound. Who they were trying to go up against?
Islam Makhachev.
Islam Makhachev.
Islam. No, Jon Jones over there, but you think about it though. Mighty Mouse should be in it.
He's not in the UFC though.
Oh, they talking about the UFC. Okay, yeah, Jon Jones.
You can't. Anyway, but
I think Dana White's just talking about fighters in the UFC.
I think Pereira versus Aspinall would be a good fight.
Oh wow.
I think like it would show Aspinall is not technically a wrestler, but he's got decent, obviously, wrestling and ground game, and he would put Pereira to the test. What more does he have to prove at light heavyweight?
Pereira should wait till Jon Jones retires before he goes heavyweight.
Wow. And then just go get 3 belts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he's not going to beat Jon Jones.
Would that be the first UFC fighter to ever get 3 belts?
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
All right,
I pay to see Alex Pereira fight Aspinall. That'd be good. I pay to see that.
Dude, I gotta get
dude.
I gotta get you to go through and just announce the roster so we can like start posting about each name you're gonna murder. And just like Ige and Aspinall.
What do you call Aspinall?
Aspinall.
Yeah.
Don't get mad when we go to the fights and someone calls
How about
you a name.
Yuri? How about Yuri's?
Yeah, what is Yuri's
how you
name?
say his name? Where is? Oh, damn, Yuri.
Prochazka.
Oh, that's how you say it?
I think so. Prochazka. I don't know.
Yeah. Prochazka.
There. Yeah. This is always got to be.
Don't give him a name.
You don't always. Yeah. Hey, Luke's not a big fan right now.
Yeah.
Listen,
What?
so you're not a big fan of Jiri?
No. I'm just saying you can't give Rampage an angle. You got to get him. You got to give him first go.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't tee up Rampage. He gets enough laughs. Listen, UFC 303 wrap up. We're back with our co-hosts, TJ Dillashaw, Luke Rockhold. He's on his way to Turkey tomorrow. Wait, are you really going to Turkey with Craig Jones? Yes or no?
Turkey.
Are you really? Because I bought a flight. So you're going.
I want to go get hair plugs.
God, dude. He's going to battle against 12 of the strongest men in the world in the desert, an oil wrestling competition.
Yeah, but bring Rampage. We'll give him some plugs and we'll come back.
Yeah, I want to get some hair plugs.
You want to do the wrestling competition?
No, I want to get my hair plug. I want to get my hair back. Make sure you guys go to Amazon and get an F3 and go to what store you
WildSocietyNutrition.com.
and get one of these.
Wild Society just dropped protein at every Sprouts across the country.
Let's go.
So go to a Sprouts. Go support TJ Dillashaw, a legend in the UFC.
Shit's amazing. Let me
about
know
to
what you
be
think.
A legend in the supplement game. We're out.